Hi guys, how you doing? This is Madhvi and I'm back again with my monthly prediction video for December 2019. And this I mean I'm sure you noticed this is a lovely deck that I have bought based on the suggestion of one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for suggesting this particular deck. It's brilliant. I love it. I just love it. I'm in love with it. So naturally, I just decided I'm going to use this one for my reading today. So again, we're going to be doing a general reading with the Lenormand, the Gilded Reverie Lenormand expanded edition. I'm going to use all the 44 cards. Then I'm going to do the romance and work part of the reading with this lovely This Might Hurt tarot deck. So that's how it's gonna be done. And just, as always, a quick suggestion: make sure you watch for your sun sign as well as your moon sign and your ascendant sign or rising sign. That way you'll get a when you kind of mix everything up, you will get a clearer picture, as much as possible a more personalized picture of what to expect in the following month, or in the month of December 2019. Okay, so now without any further ado, let's just get right into it. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Madhvi from TaroticallySpeaking.com, your tarot blogger, deck and book reviewer, and maker of these awesome videos on YouTube. I'm also a tarot card reader and mentor, and an author of this awesome book on tarot, which is available on Amazon, both paperback and Kindle, all over the world. Now, all of these links and more are in the description, so do check that out. And at the end of this video, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel for more such awesome tarot videos. Alright, so let's see what is in store, what the cards have in store for the air signs for December 2019. Let's begin with the sign of Gemini. And for Gemini, or Gemini, how do you say it? Which is the right way to say it? Okay, let's look at the general reading. You get whip, ooh, mountain, and dice. Okay, here's the thing. Whip is arguments, and whip is something that keeps going back and forth and back and forth. But what happens is mountains are immovable hurdles, correct? So if you guys are going to get into any sort of an argument, any sort of an back and forth with anybody, you will find yourself confronted by some sort of an immovable situation or hurdle or scenario. So whatever your arguments are, you'll find them stalled. You'll find them stuck. You'll find them in a rut, stuck in a rut kind of a thing, that they will not move forward. So even if you have a valid point, say, they will not move forward. And what happens after that, right? Whether this, what happens to this whole scenario? Well, it's literally the luck of the draw. Some of you might actually find that, you'll be able to overcome it. Some of you might not. So it's literally dicey. I like how dice often means dicey. But here's the thing. Essentially, in general, December is going to be a rough month in that sense, where especially if you like arguing and if you like getting into discussions and back and forth, any kind of back and forth that is there going on in your life, you will find yourself stuck or stalled. And whether you get unstuck or whether that situation gets resolved is literally pure luck. Okay, so now let's look at the relationships aspect. You have the Page of Cups reversed, then you have the Two of Cups, and then you have the Magician. So it's going to be, 2 cups and 1 air card, the Magician card. So it's all about feelings and emotions, right? Especially when, centrally you have the relationship card, dating, meeting someone. So if you all are single, then it is likely that you all will meet someone. If you're already in a relationship, then look for some, you're having waterworks. That's what I call it, right? There are some emotional moments coming up in your relationship scenario. Especially with the Magician reversed, you will find yourself completely at odds, unable to control the situation or scenario. So it's going to be a little rough, but because first of all, you're an air sign. Water dominates the area of relationships as it is, and over here in this relationship reading spread, also water is dominating. So if you're the one coming up with the emotional scenarios, then well, you will dominate. But if it's your partner, then he or she will dominate. And that situation is something where you will find yourself completely um, not in charge or in control. And so just bear that in mind. There's going to be emotional moments coming in, and you will find yourself at loss for words, completely at sea, not in control, all of that. And whatever those, it's important to pay attention to what your partner is sharing, or the emotional components that are being shared, because those are being ignored, those are being sidelined. So it is important for you to pay attention. Don't ignore what is being shared simply because the other person is sharing it with tears in their eyes, or with being emotional and sharing it. That's that those are just reactions that happen. What is important is to pay attention to what the content of the sharing is, and that is where I think you might even see progress happening in your relationship arena. Okay, so coming to the work area of your life, you have the Emperor reverse, and the Six of Cups reversed, and the Eight of Wands. So this is again a very interesting combination. Emperor is usually the boss, okay? Emperor is someone who is in charge. So are you the boss, or do you have a boss? And I think everybody has a boss, right? Even the boss has a boss on top of him. So what I'm trying to say here is, whatever it is that you are in charge of, it looks like you are not completely able to take control of that situation. Maybe there is a lack of discipline, maybe there is a lack of routine, maybe there is a lack of structure. Well, it is important for you to pay attention to these aspects of the situation as you go about figuring out why things are not necessarily working as per plan. Then you have the Six of Cups reversed and the Eight of Wands also over there to accompany this Emperor. So Six of Cups reverse is telling me here that, okay, it's good that you're moving out of that nostalgic phase and are thinking back to achievements that you've had before and saying, oh, I did that back in the day, I achieved that back in the day. Okay, fine. It's great to reminisce, but don't overdo it. And I think you're coming out of that, reminiscing part of it, and things will start moving forward. So in addition to discovering that there is a lack of discipline and routine and all of that structure in your work environment, especially whatever you are controlling, it is important to also realize that you will realize actually that as you're coming out of that nostalgic phase, that things around you are actually moving forward in a positive way. So it's time to literally pull up your socks and get to work. Okay, now if you're dealing with this hurdle energy, then it is again very, very important. See, everywhere you go, even in the relationship sphere, the Magician is the controlling energy, which is reversed, the Emperor again reversed, and then you have that Mountain there. So there's that common thread. You will be facing some issues, some immovable hurdles. So it is up to you how you handle it, tackle it, and get moving. So again, that's the dice. It's literally the luck of the dice, how you roll it. So make sure you do everything that you're supposed to do, and then I guess the universe will play its role. Okay, so that's the energy for December 2019 for Gemini. And next up we have Libra. So Libra, you have letter, fish, and magnifying glass. This is interesting. So you're going to receive some sort of a document which is about money that you will need to really pay attention to. So are you signing any deals, any contracts, or are you, say, accepting any sort of appointments? This is all about documentations, right? Communication. But this is like oftentimes literally documentation, like contracts too. So this is about money. So again, even if it's not deals or contracts, because that would be the ring card also in a way, right? But there might be some documents about money. So again, it could be your bank statement, it could be your credit card statement, right? Whatever it is, these documents related to money need to be carefully examined. You might find something in there, I guess, which is important. Maybe you are sitting down at the end of the year and looking at your finances and saying, oh, how did I end up spending all this money? Or how, what were my spending patterns, for instance? Or what were my earning patterns if, say, you have a business? Whatever it is, it's going to be all about looking very carefully into documents that are to do with your finances. Okay, this is what December is going to be all about. Or if you're just literally scanning your statements and stuff, you might, upon careful examination, find something interesting and you'll be like, hey, what's this charge? I never bought this. Whatever it is, be very vigilant when it comes to this. So if you're monitoring, and again, this, I would say in today's day and age, if you're monitoring your statements online, be sure to carefully look through them. All right, now let's look at the relationships arena of your life. You get the Seven of Swords. Interesting, right out of the then you have the Ten of Cups reversed, and then you have the Three of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is going to be a tricky month for you. December is very tricky in the relationships arena. With the Seven of Swords, this is usually typically called the cheating card. Okay, so there is going to be something tricky, something funny, something not quite straightforward going on. And we're talking Ten of Cups reverse, we're talking Three of Cups reverse. So you will be looking at maybe your relationships, you're looking at your family, your friends, friend circle, all of this, both of these are interesting relationship cards. The Ten of Cups is usually the happy family card. The Three of Cups is, group of friends card. So in both these arenas, there is someone or something going on which is not straightforward, which is not honest, which is not clear. And there's something tricky going on behind the scenes, and that is something that you will discover this month. And it's not gonna be, there'll be some issues, where when you discover it, it's not gonna be pleasant. Let me just say that. Okay, so if I were to connect the dots, maybe it's something to do with the financial handling of things. I don't know. Just, why don't you, once it comes up, if it comes up, why don't you leave a comment in the comments below and let me know how it all sort of, maybe you'll discover that, right? Family accounts have been mismanaged, or if your friends are hanging out, something to do with that, and money is being mismanaged. You might find that out, and that might not be, it might not be just something that slipped past everybody's eye. It might be someone who's doing it on purpose, maybe. Just watch out for that. Now in the work arena, we have Five of Swords reversed, King of Wands, and Five of Cups reversed. So Five of Swords is the conflict card, it's the argument card. In the reverse, it's very promising. That means that somewhere, maybe because of your or someone's strong presence, right, saying, hey, look, let's do the right thing. The King of Wands always wants to do the right thing, and someone comes in very, very rigid, very, very clear, and very, very straightforward, and this conflict gets resolved. And finally, you have the Five of Cups here in the reverse too. So a situation at work which had created a lot of conflict and a lot of grief actually is going to be resolved thanks to a person who is very determined and very sincere and very much adhering to genuine ethical principles. And so this person could be you, or it could be someone, at your workplace. But whatever it is, the situation does get resolved. The conflict is resolved. The grief is, finally put to, rest, and, things are, you finally find a way to move forward past that whole situation. Very interesting, Libra. Okay, so that was December. Now we have Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, your general reading is book, key, fox. Book. Book could be knowledge, book could be wisdom, book could be secrets, right? And key is something that locks and unlocks, right? Key is something important. So you have some important knowledge or some important secret, right? Or some important stuff, hidden stuff that you know. And this fox is a crafty, cunning fox. So you have to find a way, you're going to be very, very smart, very cunning, very crafty with this very important secret or very important piece of knowledge that you know. And you're going to use that in a very crafty and cunning way. Okay, Aquarius. So this is interesting. You're going to be finding very interesting ways to use this information or this secret, and you're going to get some advantages out of that situation, I feel. All right, so let's see what happens in the relationship arena. You get the Four of Wands, you get the Ace of Swords reversed, and you get the Page of Swords reversed. See how interesting. So Four of Wands is all about celebration and success and harmony. And you have the Ace of Swords reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. So there's confusion, there's manipulation. And then the Page of Swords also reversed. So all these are air cards as well. So again, I will say this is your crafty, cunning, manipulative energy. And ultimately, you're going to put it to actual good use. You're going to use whatever knowledge you have, do all the manipulation you need to create some kind of a happy celebration and harmonious situation in your relationship. Again, not judging whether this is for the good or for the bad, but that's how this wisdom, this knowledge is actually going to be used also. So let's see how it shows up in the work energy. We have Four of Cups, Nine of Cups, and Ten of Swords reversed. So Four of Cups is usually and typically the card of boredom, right? You're literally done with everything and you want to, try something new. And Nine of Cups says, find contentment in all that you do. So it's a very conflicting energy, but then it ultimately leads you to Ten of Swords reverse, which basically says, fine, all the pain is gone and I'm letting it go, right? Let it go. So at the workplace, you will find your routine, your everyday work schedule pretty humdrum. You'll be like, man, I'm coming to work every day and I'm doing the same things over and over and over again. And I'm just done with this. I'm bored with this. But then along comes a thought process or maybe someone else telling you, hey, you know what? What if you try to find that thread of joy and contentment, even in this work, which seems humdrum to you right now, but if you really look into it, I'm sure there are threads of joy and happiness in them, which will provide contentment. And when you're able to see that thread, when you're able to pick it up and go with it, you will find that all that mental stuckness that you are, going through, all that hurtful, painful situations that you are going through, you're finally able to let go of that and you're able to kind of move on, forward with whatever the everyday routine at work is all about. So that was Aquarius. All right, so that was air signs for December 2019. So this was how December 2019 will look like for you guys. So if it resonated, please put your likes, put your comments down below the video where there's a thumbs up sign. You can click that thumbs up sign, or where there's a comment section if you want to say something, share something. Please be sure to tell me what you feel, what you think, if it resonated, all of that. And it's brilliant to hear your thoughts, your comments, and all of it. And please share this video with your friends, with your people on your social media, and so that even they can get to enjoy this lovely insight and spread the word. Okay, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, right? So that way, and press the bell icon so you will get notifications the moment my videos are up and out. So yep, I will see you again in my next video. Until then, stay good, be good, and play with your cards. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. Please give this video a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, where I post my card a day readings every day. You can also order a reading for yourself, or you can learn how to read tarot from me, of course. All of these links are in the description, so check that out. I will see you again in my next video. Until then, stay good, be good, and play with your cards. Bye now.